Welcome to After the Final Bell, a podcast about what happens when an adrenaline-fueled career comes to an end and real life begins. Hosted by UFC striking coach Mike Gonzales and YouTube bounty hunter Trevor O'Connor.
It's not just about fights anymore. It's about what happens when the gloves come off.
And the real adventure begins.
Join Mike and Trevor as they chat about the highs, the lows, and everything in between. Life after the final bell isn't always easy, but it's always interesting. This is After the Final Bell.
Oh, piece of crumpet is like dime piece? Like a hot chick?
Yes.
Is a piece of crumpet?
Yep.
Man, if I called Kay Miller a piece of crumpet, she would probably punch me in the face.
And it was called Len and Bill's.
Lenham?
Len. Can you really translate, mate?
Yes.
Yeah. Len.
L-E-N. Len. And Bill. Oh, two guy names.
Yeah.
Len and Bills.
Oh, Len and Bills.
Look up black pudding.
Black pudding. We're not racist here, Rob.
Oh, you can
You
get
gotta
white
stick-
pudding too.
That's even worse.
Why are you keeping that from me?
I gatekeep.
Oh, okay.
What was the financial impact? Because, I mean, it's a cross section of what happened to pretty much any locally owned business that's not a chain that didn't get favoritism from government
No,
offices.
don't you get me started.
We might as well. That's what we're here for.
Click the join button now to become a member and gain access to all the behind-the-scenes footage, including our hilarious outtakes. Join us weekly for our members-only live podcast, but only when you click that join button.
Here, it's
You can't do that.
No.
Here,
No.
you can't do that.
No, but
I got a notification off Lyft. I only use Lyft. It said, congratulations on your 8,000th ride. And that was 6 months ago.
how do you have
8,000 rides? You
How
got a
many
whole
rides a day is that?
Gosh, 17? What's up, guys? I'm Mike Gonzales.
And I'm Trevor O'Connor.
This is After the Final Bell, a podcast about life after an adrenaline-fueled career has come to an end. And life begins.
Happy life
How you
begins.
been? I've seen something cool today. On my way here, we're
Okay.
driving down 225. All I see is
The highway that goes nowhere.
Yeah, seen police lights everywhere.
Love
Car
it.
chase. Got to see it.
Did you stay on the back?
Well, they were going this way, but he was on the shoulder, and dust was kicking up, and yeah, there's
You
like
know-
I think at that there was probably like 4 cops behind him, and then both at like
If I can teach criminals one thing,
Hmm.
if you ride on the shoulder, you get a flat tire.
yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah. Normally,
That's dumb. Like if you're in a high speed chase and you're the one being chased,
yeah.
shoulder's a terrible spot. You're gonna get a flat
He
tire.
probably got all of them.
Yeah.
He
That's where it's-
spike stripped himself.
Seriously. I watch like I have all the news channels for especially like LA,
Yeah.
their YouTube channels because they go live whenever there's a chase.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. So I put the bell on for all of them when they go live.
Why are you keeping that from me?
I gatekeep.
Oh, okay.
And then I watch probably 5 YouTube channels that are just all police chases.
Yeah.
Police activity. Are you subscribed to police
That's the
activity?
one with where they shoot
body
people?
cam? Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Except they started blurring them out. They never used to blur them out.
Yeah.
Now they blur them out.
That's because
Oh.
soft as baby shit.
I guess.
The whole world. We do have a guest. We do have a guest.
We do have a guest today, which is great.
Yes, we love having guests. And we
Mm-hmm.
love having guests who are not afraid to speak their mind.
Yep.
I'm not saying he will,
But
but I've never heard him not.
yeah, so that's what we're here for.
Our guest today is a very good friend of mine, an old friend, Mr. Rob Kirk, who is the owner of Cheers on 120th and Washington.
So when you hear us talk about Cheers,
That's the guy.
that's the guy.
Wherever
We talk
they
about
were.
your fish and chips.
Yeah. Told you got to come down.
He didn't come with any.
Oh,
Not a fish and chip. to
that's
be
way it was
seen.
clean right here.
I had it already, just in
Gee.
case. Not one. No, he hand makes the best fish and chips around here.
Your secret recipe?
Secret.
Can you tell us?
No.
No.
Will you email me?
Nobody knows.
Do you
it.
freeze?
Nope.
So I can't even order
The fish comes frozen.
Right.
And then you defrost it and then batter it.
So
batters it.
Yeah.
Is the recipe yours or like a family recipe?
Mine.
It's yours. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Took me about...
He's been in jail 4 times for fish battery.
Took me about 4 or 5 months to get it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's good.
You've said that.
It's
I haven't
so
tried it, but
good. I love it.
every time we talk about it, you always say the fish and chips.
Yeah. Fish and chips or the Philly cheesesteak.
I love Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah,
too.
but doctors is...
To what?
Frank's Red Hot.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Frank's, that ruins it, don't it?
No.
No.
God, no.
Well, you know, people...
You got to
are
put the right proportion in. You don't
Yeah.
want to bathe it in Frank's Red Hot like
But
you would chicken wings.
2
You
drops?
just a little bit. You just dash a little on right as you're getting ready to take it off the grill.
Okay.
Yeah. It's really good. Like, people ask for steak sauce. I'm like, what for? They're like, Philly. I'm like, you ain't putting nothing on that. That's what I said to him when he wanted to do that. And it was really good.
Nobody gets it. I love it. It's so...
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Fish and chips and Philly cheesesteak.
The only 2 places I'll eat fish and chips in Colorado, Cheers, or every once in a while, Bulldog downtown.
A British Bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that at?
18th or 20th,
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Okay.
you take Park Ave, 20th, right?
I don't know. Yeah,
It's right there.
Somewhere down there.
It's on a
You know the
weird
barbecue place
intersection.
that's in the little triangle down there?
Yeah.
It's right by that.
Oh, okay.
It's right
That's
over
all I could think of was a triangle.
And that place used to be really good too. It used to be like a really shitty hole in the wall barbecue place, and then they yuppified it.
So now it's not that good.
No, I mean, I'm sure it
Boo.
tastes fine. But
Boo.
it used to have bullet holes in it,
Yeah. That's what you go
and that
for.
one was good.
Yeah.
So when I was bounty hunting full time,
Uh-huh.
I knew where all the really good food trucks were,
Yeah.
and none of them are in safe areas.
Yeah.
If you want good food truck food, none of them are in. But we got some of the best street tacos, dude.
I know you said there was that one off of Colfax that was good.
Colfax, west of Peoria, or west of Iliff a little bit. There's a tire shop.
Yeah, like right there.
Yeah, there's a tire shop that's open until like 3 a.m.
What do you think? You fixing tires?
Hey, who am I to judge when you get your tires fixed? I don't know if they have any jacks, but they're open.
They got tires?
They have
Or good tires?
I don't know. They have a bunch of like tires up on racks, but I don't know if they're new.
They're just up there.
I think they're just there. I have a picture somewhere. I don't know if I can find it. K Miller, don't get mad when you ask me and I say I don't know if I can find it, because I had to use the bathroom there one night when we were out working
Looking,
late.
yeah.
And you had to like walk between these. Like in my tack vest, I could not walk between the rows.
Oh, dang.
I had to like turn sideways. And the bathroom, they might as well just said, "Here's a bucket, piss over in the corner," because it would have been cleaner and more well kept than the bathroom. Yeah. It was so bad I took a picture of it.
That bad?
Yes.
Was it green?
It was a lot of colors.
Because I went in this bar once that it's closed down now. It was on Broadway, and it was called Len and Bill's.
Lenham?
Len. Can you really translate, mate?
Yes.
Yeah. Len.
Len. Len.
And
And Bill. Oh, 2 guy names.
Yeah.
Len and Bills.
Oh, Len and Bill.
See,
yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with
and I'd
you.
never been in there before, and these guys took me there like 1 a.m.
Was it right next to BJ's Carousel?
No. The one I was at before that was. The one I was at before that was. And I went in and used the toilet, mate, and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was that bad, and the bowl was green.
Ugh.
The tank was broken.
Oh.
So the water could only fill up to a certain level. And they just didn't even replace the tank. It was just broken.
Is it still there?
The tire shop or
Yeah.
the toilet?
I mean, both. Or you think they ran it down?
I don't know. But if that thing caught on fire, it burned for like 6 years. There's a lot of tires in that building. Old.
Ugh.
But
you probably should have got a tetanus shot after using that bathroom.
at that tire shop is one of the best street taco trucks I've ever had.
Really good.
Yeah.
How much were they? $2.
Yeah, $2 or $3 most.
Nice.
Probably like $2.50, and probably one of the only places that didn't spit on them because we had badges on.
Oh,
Other places, I was like, man, I don't know if we can order stuff here.
really? That bad?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
There's another really good food truck. I don't know why we're talking about this. There's another really good food truck. It's over by I-70. There's an old nightclub bar. I think it's called Aces. It's like a
I-70 and what?
east of I-25, barely. There's a 7-Eleven, and then you go down a little bit, and there's this weird little nightclub.
Oh, you're talking about like kind of off of Washington?
Kind of.
Because there's that 7-Eleven that has a
on
pizza.
that corner, yeah.
No.
No?
A little more east. A little more Aurora-y, a little less.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, there's a restaurant, or the nightclub. I think it's called Aces.
Yeah.
And then there's a dude, and he's always there. He has a barbecue truck.
Good.
Dude, it's like an 8-pound plate.
For
You get hot links or
Everything, huh?
brisket. Yeah, everything. And we used to go there, and he used to take care of us pretty good. And he was open late. But when the club lets out, you don't want to be there in badges when the club lets
No.
out, because they all come to the food truck. They all would appreciate if you were not in their neighborhood.
yeah. Yeah. You
Got to
just-
pick your time.
You got before last call.
Yep. Get in there and get out. Anyway, fish and chips. Cheers.
Cheers. Philly cheesesteak.
I
cheers.
took meds today too,
Oh shit.
and
Well,
I'm
the
still spiraling. So the big focus, I wanted to invite. Did I just glitch? That was so weird. Like I was reading and saying,
What happened? What happened?
There's a glitch in the Matrix. Have you
malfunction?
seen those videos where everything's
to-
going
you-
on and the person pauses?
You need an update.
I'm telling you,
You need
firmware update.
You need an update.
Have you seen those videos where there's like
Yeah.
a glitch in the Matrix? Have you seen those on social media
Yeah.
Nope.
where everything is happening and one person's like, all of a sudden they're just walking and they
And then
and they're stuck there for a while and it like reboots, or like 3 of the exact same black cat walk.
yeah.
Yeah, there's like,
But back to
oh,
what happened.
Where was I?
Where were you? Well, we brought Rob in.
Oh, the reason that I invited Rob to come in, because he has a very unique perspective on things in that he is an immigrant. Legal. You see,
Legal.
I said immigrant, not
Yeah.
illegal immigrant.
Yeah.
Are you an alien?
Yeah.
Lizard or other?
Other.
Other.
But Rob moved to the U.S. as an adult and then went through all the process, jumped through all the hoops.
Wait, when you adult like 21 or 18
No,
or
29.
29? Okay.
Yeah.
And then went through the process, became a citizen.
Nope.
Oh, what are you? Dual citizenship?
No.
Resident
I just
alien?
never applied for it because after 9/11, everything got slowed
Are
down.
you fucking illegal?
No, I have a permanent
Resident.
resident card.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Permanent resident, citizen. You're permanently here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
If you pay taxes,
You have to
you're
take
here.
the test to become a citizen?
Yeah.
Or do you have to take a test to become the resident alien?
No, you have to take a test to become an American citizen and pledge yourself to the country. you
Right.
know. But when 9/11 happened,
Do you have to say, I spit on the queen? Paptui.
well, it'd be the king now, mate.
Same thing.
Yep.
He probably wears dresses.
Yeah, you pretty much have to give up your.
You have to say,
Yeah.
do you have to pour some tea?
I don't know. They might throw it at me.
Do you have to go to like a boat dock and dump some tea in the water? Be like, I renounce thee.
Go to the Boston Bay.
Well, I wouldn't have to go all the way to Boston. I'm okay with you doing it like at Sloan's Lake.
Webster Lake too, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, Webster Lake's just down the road. We'll get a box of tea, Earl Grey. I mean, that seems fitting, right? If we-
Yeah, go
throw
down
some-
World Market and get some Earl Grey.
Yeah, and we'll throw it into Webster Lake, and then you're a citizen.
Yeah.
I got better rules than the government.
Make it easy.
Anyway, you see a lot of people who were born here that have very strong opinions on how we need to coddle those who are coming here because they're all apparently seeking asylum.
Yeah.
Everyone in the entire world is seeking asylum because I don't know why.
They was allowed to.
Because we're seeking asylum.
No, because they was allowed to do that. That's why.
Well, yes, I was being facetious. But Rob is a big proponent of do things the right way, handle your paper, get everything straight. And then on top of that, he's also a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to use him as a guest for a multifaceted attack on crazy.
Yeah.
First question, is it that difficult to become a resident alien?
I think it depends what country you come from. First of all, like the UK.
Well, we hate you guys more than we hate just about anybody.
No,
no. We throw your tea away.
You threw our tea
We
away.
don't understand what crumpets are. To this day, still don't know.
Well, it could mean two things. It could be a crumpet or a piece of crumpet,
Code.
Well,
There you go, Trev.
Is a piece of crumpet just a piece of a crumpet?
No. Like, look at that piece
See,
of crumpet
Matthew
over
says
there.
things like bag of sand and weird, and I never know what he's saying either. Oh, piece of crumpet is like a dime piece? Like a hot chick?
Yes.
Is
There
a
you
piece
go.
of crumpet?
Yep.
Man, if I called Kay Miller a piece of crumpet, she would probably punch me in the face.
She might be flattered.
She'd be like, "Oh, you think I look like a thing
homemade
of biscuits?"
crumpets?
Oh, they're just crackers or biscuits,
Yeah, they're biscuits.
but they're harder, huh?
Yeah, you toast them.
They're not like biscuits out of the oven.
No.
I'd eat this.
That's them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd eat
If
that.
it was soft.
And you
No,
put-
it don't matter. You
and
just put the butter and
right,
jelly.
Put as much butter on there as you can.
Yeah. Now we're over here
Now
making
you
fun
made
of
me
Matthew.
hungry.
I just
Yeah, no kidding.
I just eat English muffins just to support
Oh gosh.
Rob and Matthew.
I don't even know if they're really English, mate.
It says it right there on the package.
Yeah, but
Thomas's English muffins.
I know, like scones. You call them scones.
Scones? Do you have a scone?
I've never tried one.
It's like your biscuit here.
A scone is a biscuit,
Yeah, really.
and a crumpet
There ain't
is a
nothing-
hard biscuit.
No, there ain't nothing here like a crumpet, mate. I'm gonna have to get you some now.
Is it like a cracker?
No, it's
I don't
like
think it-
toast.
I don't
in a
think
way.
it-
You
I
know,
don't-
you toast it.
It's like an English muffin.
No, I don't even. That picture
No.
doesn't even make it seem like an English muffin.
They-
But anyway,
They eat beans on toast for breakfast.
who does?
We do.
What?
I love beans on toast.
What? I gotta try, like refried beans or just
No, baked
Like baked beans.
Not the barbecue beans.
baked beans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try it.
Campbell's baked
I'm gonna
beans.
have to try it now.
Yep. It's delicious.
Why?
Oh, yeah, try it.
Yeah.
Why?
Be a loud day at work.
For breakfast, you're going to wake up and eat beans on toast.
I mean, I'm sure I could find worse things to eat on breakfast. Might as well try that.
Throw a fried egg on top.
Lucky Charms. I'd rather eat them.
Not for no cereal's not breakfast.
Beans
cereal's
and-
before dinner for right before bed.
That's you and Kay Miller.
That's cereal.
She eats cereal every night.
No, okay.
Every
Not
night before bed, she has a bowl of cereal.
Look up black pudding.
Black pudding. We're not racist here, Rob.
Oh, you can
You
get
gotta
white
stick-
pudding too.
That's even worse. Now it's
Either one.
segregated. Now we have segregated puddings.
I've never had that, but I've heard about it, and I'm like, well, if black pudding is blood, then what is white pudding? So I stayed away from it.
Cream sauce.
Whoa.
You want some white pudding?
No,
You just-
I'm fine.
I'll stay
I'll stay with the crumpet.
I'll stick with some
English muffins.
milk chocolate pudding cups. At least then I know what's in the pudding.
All right.
See? I
I'm
told
in.
you. I told you. All right, back to the original.
Back
question.
to our scheduled programming. Because we were talking about the whole illegal alien thing.
How now you say it's based on country.
Yep.
Now, obviously, we're going to let's make everybody really mad. Some Arab countries or countries from the Middle East probably have a little bit harder time.
Yeah, they probably get vetted more.
Than you guys?
Probably.
Do you think it's because they start talking to you and then you guys start and we just go, just fucking let them in? Jesus.
It could be. No, I just think because of the region they come from, like China, for somebody to come here from China to live is a lot harder than it is for an English person.
Well, first they have to escape.
Yeah.
That's a tough part.
And that's
you have to
why-
escape China and then you have a whole nother battle.
A big thing was people dating Chinese ladies because they wanted to come here, marry you, and then after,
Citizenship and then
Yep.
yeah. I know of some people who have been offered the ability to marry for a stipend, we'll say.
Really? You've known a person that they offer hey,
Yeah.
really?
I'm not saying someone from Britain wouldn't do that. I mean,
Where's Jess?
she's at work, mate.
Hey, call Jess right now. We need to find out.
20,
Did you pay her?
no, 21 years.
Did
mate.
you pay her parents?
No.
I'm just checking. Hey.
Just asking questions.
But they interview you before they sort of give you your card and say, okay, you can legally stay here now. You have to go through an interview and prove to them that you are a couple. They interrogate you.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd been together, been married 2 years, and we went through that last interview. Pretty terrifying, to be honest with you.
Is it in front of a group or one person?
I think it was.
They do house visits too.
Oh, really?
They'll do house visits.
We
You didn't?
We never got one. No.
I was afraid they were going to feed
Oh,
them
really?
beans and toast.
Yeah.
They're like,
Or
I'm not going there.
crumpets.
Beans and toast.
They might
Kristen's brother
Uh-huh.
is married to two, who is the greatest girl. We love her so probably the best thing that ever happened to Kay Miller's brother. She is from, I'll get it wrong, I think Thailand. Stick your head in and tell us where exactly, because I space things out, dude. Anyway, they've had to go through a huge process, a crazy process, to the point where Kristen has had to write letters backing up,
on his behalf?
yeah, their character as a couple. And I mean, it's pretty intense. We have to have pictures from our vacations when we go places together.
Yeah.
They want all of this document, and we're do you have to have a sex tape?
I mean,
They want to see everything. And they had to go through a bunch of interview processes and paperwork. And I think originally Kristen wrote a letter based on meeting two and Paul together and basically verifying that, yes, they're actually a couple.
Yeah.
Same bed and everything.
Yeah.
And then I think she had to write a supporting letter 2 years later, right as their case was
Being,
kind of closing up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to take pictures with us.
You had pictures of you together. And,
Yeah, vacations, family events.
Mm-hmm.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Paul and two talking about how it almost made them feel like a criminal investigation.
Yeah, it does feel like that. But if you're genuine, it doesn't matter,
Right, but it still sucks.
I had to get fingerprints, background check, and this is where I understood it more,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why are they doing this? And then I thought about it, especially after 9/11,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, well, they need to know who's in their country, just like you need to know who's in your house and who you're letting in.
I didn't know who was in my house when I came out of the bathroom
Yeah, that's right.
because you snuck in.
Yeah. And then a health check. That was funny.
Make sure you're not bringing.
Wait. Oh, really?
Yeah, that was funny.
You have to make sure you're not bringing any weird stuff.
Yep. So I was down in this place in Aurora where they do a medical on you, do all that. And I'm like, I'm going to get a nice nurse come in. Yeah. This little old lady, about 4 foot tall, walks in.
Perfect.
She must be 90 years old, mate. Goes, drop your pants.
Cold hands?
Yep. Yes. And I was really disappointed
In yourself or in her?
in her. Man, she had more wrinkles than any old woman I've ever seen. I mean,
You could
she
ask to
was-
borrow one.
She was full on. But anyway, that was the funny side of that, yeah. And then when you renew, every 15 years you have to go and take your
Same shit again?
Well, just fingerprints.
Make sure you're still not a serial killer.
Yep.
So you have to renew your
Resident alien.
resident alien card every 15 years.
Yeah.
But you only have to become a citizen once.
Yeah.
So what's the steps? You do the resident alien, then you can become a citizen?
I could become a citizen now. I just have to apply for it. But
Oh, okay.
Let me see.
What?
Ready?
Yeah. What?
Pledge of Allegiance.
No. I haven't practiced it yet, mate.
Do you know it?
I think I do. I hope so. We used to have to say it in school, right?
That's right, because
Well,
that's
say
how
it.
you know it.
How does it start?
I pledge allegiance.
To the flag
Yeah.
that isn't British anymore. Isn't that how it starts?
Yeah, maybe.
To the Republic.
Yeah.
I
Did
don't
they
think-
change it? One nation under God?
Well, I think they wanted to. I don't know if they ever did.
Did
but
they go with like one nation under Snoop Dogg?
I know they talked about taking it out.
Yeah.
Or that's why they couldn't say it in school anymore or something like that. Remember?
Because of the God thing?
Yeah. We used to have to say it all the time in school.
We did too.
Every morning.
I remember when we had to do a project on pilgrim stuff, and we had to do the Lord's Prayer on parchment paper.
Really?
Yeah, because that was like
You go to Catholic school?
dude, I barely made it into like regular public.
So they made you go. They were okay with doing that.
Dude, I'm 52 years old.
Oh yeah, you're right. I was just trying to make you feel good. So okay, and are you having to pay for all these things, or is that something like the government offers, or like
No, you have to pay it out your own
They should have to pay
pocket.
every year.
For
They should
your-
have to pay. How much did you pay this year?
No, I don't.
I'm
no.
gonna talk to them.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like when I
gonna add
renew
a
my
tax.
card, I don't think there's any charge. It's just like my green card.
Oh, that's a problem.
So then
That's
why
a
does
problem.
it? If it's not charging, then why are people not doing it?
Well, it's the
because
lawyers.
the process.
It's the
isn't-
process.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of people aren't versed well in how to navigate it. So, and there's also a lot of predatory people that will, for a fee, help guide you through the process, or an immigration lawyer, which is probably a really good idea to have, just because they're going to know all the shit.
But the thing is, you can't just decide, like in England, oh, I'm going to go and live in America, jump on a plane, be here, and then go and get a lawyer, an immigration lawyer, and say, hey, I want to stay here. Will you defend
You have
me?
to announce it ahead of time, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't just jump country to country and decide to live there and get. You can't even get an immigration lawyer for that. You've got to have a purpose to want to come here. Sort of, you know.
What would you say your purpose was? To procreate?
Yes, to marry my wife.
That was it?
Well, we was married actually when we applied.
But that's all. I mean, that's
Yeah.
all you had to offer.
Yep. And well, I've offered a lot more, mate.
Now,
Yeah.
now. But what about the beginning?
I couldn't work, mate.
You were just like, believe in me.
I couldn't work until I got my papers to say that.
They don't even give you like a work visa or
Yes, but you have to wait for it. There's a certain.
How long?
I think that was about 4 months.
So you're here
Dang,
4
so-
months, no work, no.
so if you really wanted to do it, you would have to. If you didn't have somebody, you would have to
You'd
save
have
a bunch
sugar-
of money.
You'd have to have a sugar mama.
Yeah, 4 months, no
There's
work.
probably a website.
Oh, there's got to be.
You think I didn't work?
I want to believe you did not work illegally in this country.
No, not me, mate. I just went and helped people for nothing.
You were kind.
Yes.
Yeah, I was to give your time.
And sometimes they fed you.
Yes. Gave me crumpets.
Crumpets and fish and chips.
Nobody here gave you a crumpet.
Oh,
Can Jessa make crumpets?
Nope.
No?
To be honest with you, mate, as much as I like cooking, I haven't even looked in how to making them. I just like eating them.
I guess I don't know how to make a moon pie,
those are
but
disgusting.
I sure like them.
You like those?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
It's everything that's terrible mixed
that
into
just-
one thing. Tastes
What's
great.
a moon pie?
You know, like graham cracker with marshmallow and then like the chocolate. It's like a
Like covered in like chocolate or whatever that. Here, I'll pull it up.
He'll get one.
Whatever that yellow. There's a yellow one too, ain't it?
the vanilla or chocolate moon pie. You've never had a moon pie?
No. Well, I might have, but I didn't know the name of it. I probably thought it was just a cake.
No. They're little treats.
Yeah, I've had them
They have them at
before.
7-Eleven.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
have it myself.
I ain't too keen on them, mate. Now, if they had mint in them,
Now, if they had some beans,
no, mint. mint flavour
minty beans on your moon pie.
on the moon pie.
Every once in a while, Matthew will send a picture of his breakfast. How do you guys not all die of heart failure?
Yeah, it's a good point, mate, because there's,
It's every meat.
Really?
there's
Yeah.
bacon, sausage, fried tomatoes, mushrooms,
Ham,
baked beans,
sometimes ham.
and sometimes ham, black pudding.
That's breakfast.
Wow.
And the sausage ain't your sausage links here. They're proper full on.
That's not every morning.
Oh,
Yes.
and fried egg.
So everything fried.
Yep.
All red meat and all fried.
We're screaming to have a heart attack. Jeez.
Dude, now I'm even hungry.
And then
now,
you look at
mate.
me.
What are you eating?
Everything, apparently. No, I've been doing really good, and I don't know what's going on.
So now what is since you did it right,
Mhm.
right, or you followed the steps, when you hear about like the whole immigration thing, the ICE is coming to get people, and like are people complaining that it's against the rules or whatever it is, like what are your thoughts?
Well, I think the biggest problem was when the government saying, come over, inviting them, knowing it's wrong. You know, so I mean, most of the blame starts there. I mean, for years, people have been trying to get over illegally and succeeded. You know?
Well, I mean, for anything up to 9/11, we were basically an open border.
Oh, mate, when I first came here and visited Jess and then I left, she walked me to the aeroplane. And I'm like, what the hell is going on, mate?
Yeah.
And she goes, what? I said, you can't do this in England. And the first thing I thought was terrorists.
Yeah.
Because England with the IRA and everything what went on there, we was so many years ahead of that, you know?
You guys have been bombed way ahead.
Yeah.
So you couldn't do that in England, but you could do that here when you first came.
Before 9/11, remember?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Like
Yeah.
your parents used to walk you. If you were a kid flying,
Yeah.
your parents would walk you all
You didn't
the way
need a
to the
boarding
gate.
pass or nothing. You just
No,
walked through
that's
the
it,
security.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you needed a ticket to get on the plane.
Yeah, you didn't need a ticket to go to the gate.
But that was it. Like the rest
Yeah.
of the airport was just open. You could just
Yeah.
walk.
You give her a kiss before she goes in and see you, mate.
Stand at the window,
Yeah.
wave as the plane backs out.
Yeah.
Now you have to pull down the street and guess which one. That's probably your fucking. I'm out of here.
I don't even wait for that. I'm out of there.
No, once you get out of my car and you walk through the door, you're on a plane.
Oh, you're delayed? I thought you were there already.
Once you get out of my car and you walk into the airport, that's your world now.
yeah.
I've done my part.
Yeah. No,
I love, I mean, not how it happened, not because of 9/11, but I love the fact that you can't walk people through the airport because there's no expectation.
It makes me feel better.
Well, I'm not talking security wise. I'm talking A, I don't like people. B, I'm lazy as fuck. And I don't want to have to walk every person all the way to their gate and then sit there with them and then wait for their plane to board, and then still be standing there because they're going to be looking out the little window to see if you're standing there.
And then it gets delayed.
And now I've wasted half a day dropping you off at the airport.
And I didn't go nowhere.
Yeah. Stupid.
All right. Well,
Back off of
hopefully,
that.
hopefully that we don't ever get the chance to just go up there again. Like to the gates.
What do you think about the airport in heaven?
You're going to just show up there and they're going to tell you yes or no.
No TSA?
No.
It's done.
No.
Last week we had a discussion. We're trying to figure out ghosts and how they work. Because, like, do you die and then you get the opportunity to stick around as long as you want and then go up to heaven? Like, if you die and you're like, man, I'm probably like 30% chance of getting in, so I'm gonna just chill around here for a little bit, and then maybe some of them try to do some good deeds to get in. Or do you die and you go up there and they're like, not quite. We're gonna need some help from you. You got to go fix some things. How does it work?
I have no clue, mate.
Trevor thinks you just stick around as long
You don't
as
do enough.
He just does melatonin and just has dreams.
One melatonin.
Yeah.
He eats one melatonin.
Five milligram.
Oh, whoa, that's not even that much. I wouldn't even yawn.
No.
You give me a joint, that'll put me out.
Garage.
No, you're good. I've got to call bingo tonight, man.
Oh, yeah. Do it.
What?
Do it high.
What, you play bingo
Yeah.
at Cheers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to call bingo there.
Really? You're like B5.
Oh, we had fun. You remember?
What's it cost to get in? What's the how do
It's
you
$2 a ticket and you get all the money back, the winners. We have a $500 progressive.
Not gambling. It's all.
The
Yeah.
progressive, I actually put the money up.
Oh, okay.
And then the winnings is their money.
Oh, okay.
See?
No rake.
Is there every Tuesday?
Yeah.
Bingo.
We should go one day.
Dude, I used to call bingo there.
Really?
Fucking one of my favorite things ever.
You were the guy, huh?
Yes.
Every Friday afternoon on the couch.
Yeah.
Remember that old
Friday
couch?
afternoons?
Yeah. 3:00 and he'd do a show live.
We used to bring the studio over, put it on the stage,
Uh-huh.
and do Friday live from their stage.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then right after we would do bingo.
And then you call it, you were the bingo guy.
It was fun.
Yeah.
You do all kinds of cool things over there.
I used to make up stuff all the time.
Yeah. B11, legs 11.
Sometimes I didn't know if I put all of the things back in.
You never call this number, just never popped up.
I have electronic one now.
Oh, it was more fun when I had to stuff all the little things in and then turn the.
Some are good rolling across the dance floor.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know. I honestly didn't know if I had them all.
Trevor, you can't start yet. There's two on the floor.
Now it's electronic.
Yeah.
And people used to get mad
Oh, I bet.
if I didn't turn the thing enough or if I turned it too much. Like, whew,
They get that. They get
it was
mad.
hostile.
Oh, dang.
That's why I loved it.
You know, they come up to buy their next tickets and they're like, shake the balls, Rob. I'm like, it's a fucking computer.
I just go like this.
And then I even let them
Balls shaking.
I pick your own tickets. Destiny's in your hands.
Right.
Yeah. And then once you sit down, don't talk. Focus.
You have to focus?
Well, then you won't miss one.
Well, maybe. No, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say drink less, but no, we don't want to say that.
No, drink more and focus.
Yeah, that's it.
Drink more.
Drink more and focus. But I always get the blame when they lose.
Oh, I remember.
I don't even press the button. It's auto. I just say start and it automatically goes. I call the numbers and the only time I touch it again is when I pause it. Right? That's it. And they blame me.
He didn't choose the good numbers.
He's easy to blame.
Wow. They got all kinds of cool
Dude,
things.
Cheers is, it's a.
I mean, I remember I told you I would drive an Uber for that 6 months.
Oh, and it was always going
man,
there.
I swore one night I don't know what was going on at Cheers, but I swear I took like 10 rides back to back to Cheers.
Probably concert night.
I don't know what it was, but I was like, okay, let's not pick anybody up from here though. I don't know what's gonna be like.
One of them probably would have been me.
That's the best part. How many times have you Ubered home?
Me?
Yeah. Enough, huh?
I'll tell you, right?
Mm-hmm.
About 7 months ago, I got a
Pull up to your mic.
notification. I got a notification off Lyft. I only use Lyft. It said, congratulations on your 8,000th ride. And that was 6 months ago.
8,000 rides?
How many rides a day is that?
Gosh, 17?
Were you paying for rides for other people?
I have done for customers when they've been too drunk. I'm like,
8,000?
Yeah.
8,000? How many years?
14.
I gotta type this up. 8,000 divided by 14, is that how I'll do it?
That's how many a year. That's more than days.
That's 571
Rides a year.
a year. Divide that by 365.
Actually,
It's like 1.56 rides.
1.5 rides a day.
Well,
You should be on a special discount program.
You should just hire a driver.
no, straight up. Oh, cramp.
God,
Shit.
there's
Got cramp? That's because he's old.
8,000 rides?
Yeah, that was 6 months ago.
Dude, why would you not just hire a driver? You
Because-
spent more money on Lyft than like a car service for a year.
No, I honestly, I get like a lot of people rides home. I'm a good
How did
guy.
that change? Because I remember before Uber and Lyft were kind of really big, we used to have guys,
Scotty cab.
yeah,
What
guys
was-
that just had a car.
Yeah, ran a business doing it. Scotty cab. I'd call him at 3 a.m.
Oh, so he was like his own personal car.
Yeah.
His own. So
You just call and be like, "Hey, Scotty, I got a couple guys I need to get home."
Oh, you just pay him whatever.
Yeah, and all right, he's only got one driver himself. I'll be there at 5, Rob. And I'm like, 3 a.m. I'll be there at 5. All right, mate. Knock on the door. I'm still sitting there drinking, waiting for him, and then I'm playing the little game on the thing, and then he'd come in and we'd play Spot the Difference till 7. Then I'd take him breakfast.
Is that what they call it?
Yep,
Spot the difference.
Spot the Difference. And then
One of them doesn't have pants on. That's what's different.
you're on the right track. And then Scotty would take me home, and I'm like, how much do I owe you, mate? He goes, nothing. I'm like, what? He goes, well, you just bought me breakfast. We played the game, whatever. And he never drank. Scotty never drank. Bless him. Passed.
You were his last ride of
Yeah.
the day. He'd go drive everyone else home, and then be like, "I guess I got to get robbed."
And then when we played darts and we had to go down south, there was a lift there, lift back. So there's 2.
Times 3, probably.
Oh, yeah.
But
to get
he's
home.
got more rides than some drivers have.
Yeah, drive like
Yeah,
rides of their own. Yeah.
Let me
yeah,
see
yeah.
what the update total
Oh, it's
is.
got to be crazy.
that's wild.
So if you remember, at every one of my fights,
Yeah,
he used to get a bus,
I remember that.
a party bus, and he would put like 50 people
Yep.
on a party bus with stripper poles,
Hey,
and they
spot the difference.
the whole bus would just be shithoused when they arrived at the fights,
before the fight.
and they would have like an entire section.
Yeah.
And they kept trying to put them up on that riser section above the stage.
Uh-huh.
I was like, you cannot put this group up there.
They're just gonna fall off.
Someone is going to break a neck.
You're gonna ground level.
Dude, they used to send me videos on the way down there of them all just like on the stripper pole.
So wait, I'm assuming
jumping.
the party started at Cheers,
Oh, yeah.
right? Get on the bus.
Yep.
They pre-gamed at Cheers for half a day and then got on the bus and pre-gamed the rest of the way down to Aurora.
Yeah. Then pre-gamed on the way home.
There was only ever one fight on the bus.
Oh, see?
Really?
Yeah,
Girls,
only
huh?
one. No.
Boys?
It was a dude, yeah. I mean,
You can't say dude anymore.
All right. It was actually one of my niece's boyfriends got into it with her brother, I think.
I don't think you can say brother either. You have to say like
What?
Why?
Male chosen species
Oh
versus
gosh.
No, we ain't
Don't
gonna,
listen.
mate.
versus
Mate. His mate gonna get banned.
his friend who is a unicorn kitty,
Only one fight on the bus, huh?
Yeah,
which is crazy because 50 people shithoused.
and it ended quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone took a nap or because everyone was like, shut up, we're having a party.
No, it sort of happened just as we were getting in the parking lot. So the door opened and
Oh, that just broke the attention. Everyone's
Well,
like, fuck the fight, we're
no,
going in.
He went out.
Oh.
Get out.
You opened the door, you went in, you're like, close the door.
No. Thrown out. Dragged out.
On the way down there?
No, when we got back. It happened.
Oh, it happened on the way home.
No, it was happening on the way back.
Oh, because I forgot they drink through the entire fight and then get on a bus and go back.
That's what I'm saying. They're pre-gaming on the way home so that they can finish the night off at Cheers.
I can't believe they put us on them.
Yeah, those high tables. I thought for sure one of my friends were going to be dead.
Oh, you're lucky nobody got hurt. Or they're lucky nobody got hurt.
I was fine. I had no liability in
Gosh.
When you won your bout, I was sober as a judge.
I had pictures of that.
Yep.
I think, yeah, you did.
Is that when he jumped in the ring? Didn't he jump in once?
No.
Like he'd take a picture?
No.
After the fight, maybe.
yeah.
Oh, it was after? Oh,
Yeah.
I know there was, or was it not you? It was some random dude that just jumped in the cage.
No, it was at one of my fight cards,
Yeah.
but it was earlier, a little bit earlier in the night.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking about
Somebody's friend or somebody's something. They were like announcing the winner. They raised his hand. Some dude jumps over the thing and runs right into the cage to like
grab a picture.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I'm like, that's how you get beat up in a cage.
Yeah. Those were the good old days.
Yeah, we had fun back then.
Yeah, that's when you guys did weigh-ins at Cheers.
Yep. That's when I was the most miserable I've ever been in my entire life at Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, you weren't having a good time. then.
God bless Steve Alley. He passed away.
Oh, I know. I saw that.
But he's lucky he lived that long because if he didn't get that damn fucking weigh-in going sooner, he was about to meet his maker that night.
Oh, yeah, because of that. Someone pulled out, didn't they?
Well,
Is that when you fought Rubio? The
no,
second time?
No. I think this is when I fought Josh Reed.
Oh, okay.
But someone else on the card was late. And they kept calling and saying they were stuck in traffic, they were this or that. And I'm like,
Oh, you're ready to weigh and go and eat, aren't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker, I'm the main event.
Let's get it going.
That dude can eat a dick. Like, if you want to hold weigh-ins open for him when he gets here.
That's fine.
I remember Steve, and bless his heart, came over to the table we were sitting at. He's like, hey, how you doing? I just want to make... I was like, we need to fucking weigh in. And he was like, well, we've had a little bit. And I said, I don't fucking care. We need to weigh in.
And I bet you could smell them fillies in the bar cooking. And
Dude, I couldn't even think. There was no liquid in my brain. I think I cut 10 pounds that day.
Whew. Better you than me.
Oh, that was miserable. You know, Cipriano.
Mm-hmm.
He basically carried me from my third floor apartment, you remember?
Yeah.
Down, put me in the car.
Oh, what a guy.
And drove me
you
over to
looked
Cheers.
sick when you came in there.
Looked.
You're about dead.
Dude, my
Is that
leg.
when you were cutting by yourself?
Yeah. He came over at the end.
Oh, okay.
God bless Cipriano, because he saw my penis when it was the smallest it's ever been.
Oh, you didn't give him a good show?
Oh, God. You know, when you cut that much weight, it's just inside your body.
I hope you sent him like
I
an
need
apology.
to send, I probably need to send him a gift.
Yeah.
Because I will tell you,
You
that
should just send him a gift and not, what is this for? Don't worry about it.
I was falling out of a salt bath. Like I stood up a quarter of the way and thought I was good, and then stood up the rest of the way to get out.
Stood up too fast.
Buck ass naked.
And that was it.
Right into Cipriano.
Right into his hands. Right into his arms. Front facing too, huh?
And the reason he was there is because the fight before that, I had passed out getting out of the tub and almost hit my head on the counter.
Ooh.
And so I was like, oh, I'm probably need
somebody.
Like just for the end of this, the last like salt bath or two, I'm going to need someone here because Kay Miller's not picking me up off the floor.
No.
Maybe then. I was only 145.
Oh yeah, maybe then. Now, no.
After the last salt bath.
Yeah. But I was like, I need someone here. And he was like, I'll come. He sat with me and in a way, like I wasn't talking.
No.
The only thing I'm going to do is cuss and like talk shit to you because you're the only one near me.
Yep.
So I probably need
Screw that.
I need to take them to dinner.
Now that I remember.
Wasn't that the guy you took to dinner afterwards?
Probably.
When we went and ate noodles somewhere on
Oh, we went to
Orchard.
Hoo Hut.
Did we go to Who Hut?
Yeah.
I thought we went to Olive Garden
No.
because I wanted some pasta.
I don't think you ever went to Olive Garden. I thought you always went to Hoo Hut.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
You ditched me. That's all I know.
It was
I don't know. Not that time.
One time you went.
That was when we went to Hoo Hut.
The other times you're like, yeah, I'll probably be there.
Gotta go.
And then he never showed. Mike does not do any of that.
Just go home.
He says that. You wait in, I'm good.
I'm out of here. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did take him to dinner that night, but thinking back on it,
still owe him an apology.
He probably needs hazard pay. Well, I had Abilene all over me.
No, it's like a.
So
I think there was.
I was like a greased pole, and he was trying to keep me.
Oh,
God bless that guy. You know what? LaDon and Cipriano, they were ride or die. They will do anything for you. That was cool. But yeah, Rob used to have the party on the way to the.
How long have you owned Cheers for?
14 years. Too long.
We've had a lot of fun there.
Too long?
It's getting old.
You ready?
Getting close.
Is it in this climate? Is it as sellable as it's ever been, or is it tough?
I don't know. I really haven't inquired yet.
I mean, because obviously you keep a good reputation, you do good business. Financials would be in line to be something that could sell for a good profit, but you just never know, like in the world climate or in the.
Yeah.
I just think like even restaurants, bars, the industry, people going out in general is not the same as what it was before COVID.
No.
In what way?
And not before, in DoorDash changed that climate too.
Yeah.
Because COVID created the DoorDash frenzy. And then I think even after COVID, people were like, it's just too convenient.
Yeah.
And
you don't have to wait an hour to sit.
And I don't have to go get it.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to order on DoorDash.
I don't do it.
I can't. Well, I do. We do in fight week. Like if we don't want to go nowhere. Otherwise, man, those prices.
How do you do it on fight week? What are you feeding her?
Well, she eats the whatever.
She eats
we're clean. But
you mean
like
what you?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just so tough for me. $17. I could go 10 minutes out the way and go pick this up for $12.
It's $5. Convenience, no problem.
I can't do it. I can't.
The only ones I order are the ones who have a delivery service with.
Like you call direct to the restaurant?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Does that still happen?
Yeah.
Some places.
Domino's.
I know our restaurant.
Domino's?
Yeah. Domino's have their own drivers. United Restaurant.
You never
The
want to.
Chinese place?
Yeah.
You don't ever want to order a pizza off DoorDash. It doesn't even come in the warm bag, just a box.
I have no idea how we order pizza.
Don't ever order from the restaurant. It comes.
Do you know how
in
many
a
times
nice
I've been responsible for ordering the pizza in this house?
How many?
0.
Oh, okay. Well, Kay Miller, don't do that.
She loves pizza. She'd never mess up her own pizza.
All right.
Intentionally.
And then that pizza place near us, they have their own drivers.
Anthony's?
No, not near our house, near the bar. What's it called?
Is it on the other side of your bar?
Yeah.
It's like
It's on the front there. What can't I remember it?
It's on the front? Like on the 120 side?
No, Washington, next to Beltran's.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Then Blackjack.
Oh,
What's the other one?
I don't know. I don't think we eat blackjack.
So that you think that the COVID changed the industry?
Yes. Yep, definitely.
Changed the whole bar industry. Trying to
restaurants.
recover And in getting people to buy into coming out again was probably.
I mean, you had those people who's like, "What the hell are we doing this? Why are you doing this, Rob?" And I'm like, "I have a liquor license,
Yeah.
and I have a
You
living.
guys want to have a place to come and drink?
drink, yeah, because they was really strict on it.
Yeah, I remember you were basically either you could deliver drinks at that time
Yeah.
too.
Did you do that?
Yeah,
You could
Oh,
order
nice.
like a
Yeah, I do
quart
remember.
of margaritas.
Yeah, I do remember that. That's really the only thing that helped. Like my cousin's restaurant up north, that's really the only thing that saved her restaurant was being able to
Deliver booze with the food.
Yeah,
and then come November near Thanksgiving, they're like, "Oh, it's cold outside. Let's throw you all outside." So they threw us outside, shut us down, and said, "But you can be outside."
that's
Yeah, we talked about this a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago, where it was
Yeah.
like COVID said that you cannot, restaurants have to close, but not really close. You could be open, but you can't be inside your building. But you could be inside a tent outside your building.
Yeah,
yeah.
and they can use your restroom inside the building.
But they have to hold their breath the whole time.
I don't know what happened.
From, when you walk in the door to go to the bathroom, you have to hold your breath. You can't breathe because you might get COVID.
Yep.
So it better
Would they
not-
stop and like check on you guys like this? I don't know what.
I got stopped. How many times did I get? I used to listen to the Scanner, North Glen Scrambled now just recently, but I was actually listening
should
to
be
the
illegal.
Scanner. We was closed. We're delivering food. We're just about ready to start for the orders at 4:00, and I saw this officer walking across the parking lot, and I'm like, "What's he doing?" So he pulled the door. It was locked. So I opened it, and he said, "Can I come in?" I said, "Yeah, what's up, mate?" And he goes, "We hear that you're open." I was like, "For takeout food, nobody can come in my bar."
Right.
And my son Micah was sitting there, and my bartenders, delivery people, and the cook. "Well, we got a report that you was open." I was like, "Seriously, dude? You've came all the way over here?"
That's the Karen mentality. Someone
Yeah.
was mad.
So if you call on somebody, your name should be put out there that you're calling.
You should have to. Your name should have to be in the report.
Yeah,
I heard the call come in, but I didn't hear the person on there, but I heard dispatch. Yeah. So, and then...
I hate that people can do everything anonymously.
Yeah,
And then the funniest one was I'm bartending, covering for a bartender. I've got my mask down here. I'm outside smoking. And I saw this Animal Patrol, Adams County, pull up. And I looked at one of my customers. I said, "Here we go." He goes, "What?" He goes, "That's animal control."
You're like, no.
I was like, "No, that's Adams County." Boom. They both came out, started walking towards the bar. I said, "Hey, how you doing?" "I'm the owner, Rob. What's up?" "Oh, we had a report this weekend that you've got too many people in your bar and people dancing." And I was like, "Well, the dance floor's closed. You can go in there and have a look. It's got tables and chairs on it." And then this customer was like, "Believe me, I've been to many places and Rob is very strict, and I just didn't want to lose my liquor
No,
license.
it's
how
always been very hard line.
well, I mean, you don't want to lose your livelihood.
No.
Over.
I mean, I didn't agree with what we was having
Yeah.
to do. I thought it was absolutely stupid.
Yeah,
But I just,
What was the financial impact? Because I mean, it's a cross section of what happened to pretty much any locally owned business that's not a chain that didn't get favoritism from government
no,
offices.
don't you get me started.
we might as well. That's what we're here for.
Well, we had the...
Almost like I
Yeah.
loaded that one.
Well, I can tell you something, mate, right? But they started with the PPE, which was for all businesses, I believe. There were certain stipulations. Couldn't be a corporation with so
You
many
had to keep X amount of employees.
Yeah. So I got a little piece of that on the first one and a little piece on the second one, which was free.
Forgivable.
Forgivable, yeah. You had to prove that you paid your staff.
Yeah.
And certain things you could buy with it, which was to do with the business, So
To buy the 6 feet apart stickers.
yeah, stuff like that. North Glen did a small grant for their businesses. They had a budget, and when that was gone, it was gone.
Right.
I mean, to be honest with you, what I got, I mean, I was grateful for. Without it, I wouldn't have survived.
Right.
The food thing, mate, was to be honest, it was a waste of time, but I just wanted to keep Cheers on the map.
Right.
I didn't want that door to close and not open for 2 months, and so
So it was more of trying to make sure everybody knew you were
was
still there.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we
How
sold
close was it for you guys to saying, we're done, can't do it,
I
can't keep up with this?
believe if we hadn't have opened when we did at the end of, it was actually the beginning of June. So we closed down on March 16th on a Monday
Mm-hmm.
at 12 o'clock. And we opened the doors, I think it was either the back end of May, like May 30th or June 1st. But the food, I mean, it had money trickling in. Not that we wasn't selling a lot,
Right.
but my food wasn't priced.
Right, to keep a business open. Yeah. Yeah, your food
5,000
your
square.
food is there to accompany your liquor sales.
Yeah. So people don't have to leave and go and get something to
Right.
eat, if they want to continue drinking.
Right.
So, I mean, it was close. I mean, when we opened, though, it was crazy. A lot of the bars couldn't open because they didn't have kitchens.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there was only a handful of us who could open.
If you have a tavern license and didn't have a kitchen, you couldn't open.
So you
had to have
could
a
get
full
away
bar.
because it was kind of a food restaurant. And,
Yeah. So within 3 weeks, they figured out they could get a food truck there. I mean, it was all so stupid.
Which hoop can you jump through?
Yeah, it was so stupid. They was like, "Oh, this is a stupid rule. They can't just build a kitchen there. Oh no, we'll just let them have a food truck there.
Right.
That says they have food. I mean, if you think about their logic, it was so stupid.
But just how many business owners, and I mean, this is obviously an old subject, but it's how many business owners, including yourself, were, I mean, to the point of exhausting all savings and, being close to that point where you're like,
It was right there.
if it doesn't fucking...
Just before we opened. Right just before we opened. I was like, if we have to do this any longer, I'm done.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
There was nothing left in the kitty.
No.
Did landlords give breaks at that point?
They said, our landlord said, look, if you're struggling, just let me know. You're not going to get kicked out. Obviously, I want my money at some point.
Right, he was going to throw it on the back end.
Well, yeah, but if you don't have it now, then we're not going to kick you out. And then if any grants come up from the city,
catch us up.
He made sure he let.
He's like, hey, I saw this come through.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice because I'm sure there were some people that, no, I want my money.
Well, look, there's still businesses to this day that just never open the doors again.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's some in your complex probably.
I don't think
that just never reopened.
No, I don't think we had one closed down.
Really?
None
Full
wow.
time?
No.
Even the candy store?
No, he moved because he was a grumpy twat. He couldn't. Was you there for the sound check for the Great White Show?
I know nothing about anything ever, Rob. I just
Right.
ask questions because I think
Yeah, he's a grumpy twat. He's down off 92nd and Washington now, so he's far enough away.
He's somebody else's problem.
Yeah.
He's just a grumpy man.
He would come to my door, my patio door, which backed onto next to his store, and I'd come in and he's got an Allen wrench. I'm like, what are you doing, mate? My door. He goes, it's making too much of a click when it closes. I'm like, get out of here.
he was adjusting the
Oh, he was fixing it? Maintenance, huh?
He was adjusting my doors to his sound, what he wanted to hear.
I'd have made it the loudest fucking door you've ever heard.
Yeah, I was like, get out of here.
I'd have taken the spring off.
Just bam.
Shit would have slammed all day long.
Yeah. No, going back, we didn't have anybody closed down.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, they were still letting people donate plasma. They was making money. So were the people who were giving it,
That's funny how you can come in and you can donate plasma in here. We can open up a bloodborne path to your soul.
Yeah.
And then they open up the liquor stores before they open the bars up.
Well, the liquor
I
stores.
do remember that.
Oh,
That
they
was a
never
big conversation.
closed.
No,
Yeah.
they were closed for 12 hours.
Yeah, and then there was such a rush.
Well, then they did an in-depth study and realized that liquor stores were paramount in the function of society. Because, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. had nothing to do with liquor stores. Had to do with the government finding out exactly how much they could close down and where the pushback would be.
And liquor store.
And liquor store was it, to the point if they did not open liquor stores, the pandemic would not have happened because people would have revolted and said, yeah, go fuck yourself. We're not doing this. So they're like, oh, that's it. That's the thing. That's the one thing we need to learn.
And
we
weed.
can't take away their thing, their alcohol. Because you saw people were ready to riot immediately. Like they were nothing. It didn't matter about anything else. Like your kid's not going to school. Oh, don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go out. Oh, don't you worry about that. Can't do anything. Oh, can't get a beer. Oh,
I can't get a 6-pack. Okay.
we're about to fix this shit.
Yeah.
If they hadn't done that, I guarantee the pandemic would have been over in a month.
Yep. And then, like, the liquor store near me, I ain't joking, the day they went to ban it in Colorado, I watched him with, like, dolly loads of beers going into people's cars because they thought that it was getting shut down and they wouldn't be able to buy any. I think they cleared him out.
Oh, they're buying up everything.
Yeah, like, literally filling cars, minivans. And then the pot shop had to have traffic control because there was a line.
At the pot shop?
Yes, across the street.
I'm telling you, they figured out exactly where the line was, and they said, "Whoa,
just don't go to that line."
got that." I'm waiting for the next pandemic so they can find out what the next piece is.
They won't get away with it in this lifetime.
And I hope not.
No, they won't.
They're working on it right now.
What is it?
It's going to be called rolling blackouts, sir. They're already.
I mean, there are.
It's already being tested in other places where the power grid just goes down.
By my house. There's a. We don't. I don't think we're on that power grid, but like a couple blocks to the north,
away from the Walmart.
Away from the Walmart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're on the Facebook page, that little community page is constantly power's out, and it goes on like every other day, or sometimes it'll be consecutive days.
But even in other parts of the world,
like
they're testing right now, where they're shutting whole power grids down, saying that there is a catastrophic problem, and the power grid is out, and they're seeing how long they can push people. You wait.
You think that's the next
France, wasn't it? France, Spain, and Portugal just recently.
I think it was Spain for sure.
Spain,
recently, yeah.
But they've even done it on like some third world, like side countries, just to really kind of hone their shit.
Where it can't get out.
But look, if they take electricity away,
that's what they want. Everything electric.
They've got you though. I mean, if they turn off the power grid, I don't give a fuck about 6 feet apart. What happens? People lose their shit.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a pandemic with no Netflix?
I mean, I don't even watch Netflix. So.
Right, but during the pandemic, that saved.
No, I didn't watch any TV during the pandemic.
That's because you're fucking weird.
You thought I was
What were you
kidding.
doing? Reading?
No, not reading. I wasn't reading.
What were you doing?
I don't know.
Making babies?
No. I don't know what I was, but I didn't watch much TV.
Do you know what I was doing once I finished cooking?
Making babies?
No. I went home and set up a Zoom and had all my customers on there playing bingo.
I love that.
They would pop in the pub. I'd meet them at the front door, give them all their tickets and daubers, anybody who wanted to play. Then at 8 o'clock on a Friday night, we'd all be sitting there getting shit-faced.
It's not like that anywhere else to be.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a good idea because you just go there, get whatever you need, go home, and you're not going to do nothing anyway.
But just think of all the people that really all they did was watch, either have Zoom meetings or watch series on Netflix or whatever. They watched everything on Netflix. Like some people were like, they turned on Netflix and Netflix was like, that's it.
You ran out.
No more shows.
You watched it all. But just think if the pandemic is power.
People are going to lose their shit. I don't even think it needs to be power. It just needs to be Wi-Fi.
But even if it's just power, even if it's just, people don't know how to function.
You can't go to the pub because we can't run the cars. System won't run.
Right.
Be dark.
Especially those bars that have the pour systems.
Yeah.
They don't run. Just look at the alcohol's in there. but anything. Anything.
Yeah.
You can't go out and eat. You can't pump gas.
How prepared are you to live 2 weeks without electricity?
2 days?
Right now.
Well, without electricity, I could probably go. I would
How
need
long?
food. I don't got no food.
Refrigeration.
That's what I'm saying. I don't got no dry food.
Refrigeration gone.
Yeah.
No more cold lemonade.
I could do without that.
I'm probably shooting people.
I live far enough.
I've got a generator on my camper, but it's really loud. Like, I think the neighbours would shoot me after 2 hours.
You could wait them out.
But then when you run out of gas, you can't get any.
Right, because the pumps don't run.
Yeah.
I mean,
The only people that got it are the off-grid fucking weirdos that everyone makes fun of.
but I think they would lose their mind too.
No, they don't even know.
Oh, you mean the ones that actually do it
Live
now?
off-grid
I see,
now.
yeah.
Like, they don't even know.
Got,
They're like,
they got solar power.
the power went out?
Sucks to be you.
I mean,
You got no food? We do.
There are guys in Florida that were doing like wave power.
mhm.
They would put these buoys down, and then there would be a float, and the float would go up and down with the
Create
waves.
energy.
And to create energy.
Yeah,
Wow. Do they sell it or they just create it for
I
themselves?
think for themselves.
Wow.
But I don't know how efficient it is. I mean, I haven't studied it enough.
It's got to be more efficient. It's got to be at least something.
Sure. I mean, there's companies out there that are doing some cool stuff. There's guys that are doing like big solar arrays with graphene batteries, which are like way better. They're like super capacitors. So if you take a Tesla wall,
Mhm.
that would be like probably 5 times the size of a graphene battery for the same amount of storage. So it's out. I mean, there's things that are out there that and we can't afford it,
Yeah.
but there's things that are out there that people could do. Like rich people will have power because they'll have that kind of shit going on. But if they take power away,
Do you think it's going to be one of those things where it's just in certain areas, or do you think it's going to just be a blackout everywhere?
well, I think you start with a blackout,
See how far you can push it.
and then the rich people end up in their little communities, have these solar arrays and have their power going on, and then you have us, the peasants, trying to get in there and get some of that. I mean, it turns into an apocalypse at that time.
Yeah.
I hope you can shoot, and I hope you can be stealthy, because if you're the one with the solar array and all the food, thank you for keeping it for me. I'll be there soon.
Yep.
That's how I have to say.
I mean, that's what it'll be.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you have it and can't fight, you're just holding it for somebody else.
Yeah.
Realistically.
Especially if you can't fight.
Yeah. If you have it all and you can't, you're just holding my shit.
To be honest, I think with the closest we've come to a civil war in the last, say, 10 years was over politics and not the pandemic.
Well, we're always going to be like at 11:59 on the Civil War clock,
Yeah.
because our country's so divided right now. It doesn't even.
Especially right now.
You can't get. We talk about it a lot. Mike and I are very down the middle. Like, we're not super Republican. We're not super liberal. We're very down the middle. Like, we'll have a conversation with anyone. We'll listen to anything. We may not agree with you, but we'll have a conversation with you. The problem is social media has created this bubble that people feel like they have to be a part of something, so they cling on to whatever it is, and then they get indoctrinated into that culture,
Yeah.
and then it becomes only that. How many people do you know? I'll say this probably 500 more times for as long as we're doing a podcast. I'll tell you when someone doesn't have an original thought, or hasn't thought for themselves in a long time, or just is not smart enough and needs to be led, is if you can sit with them and go, all right, tell me something about your party that you wish they would do better or do different. And then follow that up with, tell me something that the other party is actually doing right that you think, that they're doing it and we should probably adapt something like that. And if the person you're talking to can't do that, they're not a political zealot. They're not this highly intellectual political mind on their side. They're just another zombie that's been fed the bullshit, and they sit there and regurgitate the same things over and over. You all see it on social
Or
media.
it's I just don't like that person. So I'm just going to go this way because they're doing everything wrong.
Well,
You know what I mean?
when 100% of everything the other side is doing is wrong. 100%.
Yeah. No, I'm with you.
100%.
Yeah,
You have to be able to find something. If 100% of everything your side is doing is right, 100%.
You don't.
So
You don't believe
the
that?
other side is all conspiracy theories and lies completely, but your side is 100% above board and correct. I mean, if you're buying that kind of shit, I got stuff for sale.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's like people just keep posting.
But they're just regurgitating.
Yeah, posting. Now, I do that with my bands. I advertise the bands and what's going on.
But that's marketing, not politicizing.
But these people just keep posting.
They'll argue on a post that has nothing to do with the topic.
And then,
they'll get on one of your band posts and argue about politics.
Oh, I did have someone bring politics up once. They said, no, we're not coming there. You hire a Nazi sound guy.
You have a Nazi sound guy?
Yeah, apparently, according to this one person.
Oh.
And I'm like, really, mate? I'm like, so...
Like, do they hold a Nazi party card and everything?
No, he runs sound.
Oh, so...
He just runs sound.
Oh.
They don't like how he runs sound?
I don't know, but they said that he's a Nazi.
Did you ask him?
Well, what? Who? My sound guy?
Yeah.
No, I didn't need to. I know him really well.
Well, I mean, I would have said, Mike, are you a Nazi?
Did I screenshot?
I need to know that.
Did I screenshot it and send it to him? Yes, he's not on social media. He's got the right idea. But I was like, hey, mate, look. And he goes, fucking liberals.
Nazi. I'm a Nazi.
Yeah.
You're a Nazi?
I don't know. I don't even know what one is anymore.
I mean, I'm offended that they said that because that makes it look like that.
That you support racism or Nazism or whatever. Yeah.
What would make somebody single, like either a business or a person out like that?
Mental illness.
Jeez. Oh, there's a lot of mentally ill people.
Because as soon as you have a conversation with someone and they immediately go to saying you're a racist or you're a Nazi or you're this or you're that, you found the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is, I mean, if I were a Nazi and they called me one, that would be like, well, I mean, you got me.
If the shoe fits, right?
But I'm not. So calling me one, it only reflects back. I'm like, that's your argument? Like, that's where you want to be? And that's where I have a problem with both sides of politics right now, is they'll both spew like vitriol at each other and just ridiculous things. And it happens on the right too. It happens on the right.
Both sides.
It happens on the left. The people in the middle are like watching tennis. What?
Where the guy sitting on that chair just like,
yeah. Huh? What? Huh?
There are some people out there who can have conversations.
Yeah, I love those people. Most of those
More
people.
so on Facebook than in person, actually.
Really? Because I have better conversations in person.
I've had some good ones on Facebook, and when it comes to politics, I always keep me cool, and I can, and factual. You have to be, if you're going to be in a conversation, you've got to be factual, not
You just have to make sure it's actual facts, though, not propaganda facts.
Yes.
Because both sides have a lot of propaganda
and
facts.
And it's hard to find it.
Yes.
It's really, really hard to find.
Because everything out there is propaganda that's, and you see the 900 memes. If your whole political belief system is built on memes, then
oh gosh.
Problem.
You're the problem.
If did you see? I got some new news. What did it come in? A meme.
Meme, yeah. Do I like memes? I think
I like funny memes a lot.
I mean, if some of them are political and they're just funny, then that's a funny meme. But people get offended by a meme where a meme is a joke.
Yes.
This
is a natural segue into the next piece. Because being from the UK and having we've been friends a long time. I have Matthew, who I love to death. He's like my little kid brother. He's in the UK. You guys look at things so much differently than the rest of us. Americans. Like you guys it like in Europe, in especially like the UK or even the European countries, there's not racism. Like racism would be like a very serious thing where they're really trying to control a demographic. What we call racism here in America, you guys call like taking the piss out of each other.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in the UK, you could call him a
Bloody.
but he would come back and say the same,
Yeah.
not calling
But
him.
in jest. But you can say
Right,
it
but
being
it's-
angry. You can say it in jest. You know
Right,
what
but
I mean?
either way doesn't mean
That I'm racist. Or,
right.
Yeah.
It's not looking around and going Mexicans.
I remember as a little kid, playing in the street and a black kid moved in or something,
Don't say it.
Your mum would look at you and say, you go and play, you go, don't you say that, and it was drilled into us. Drilled into us not to say that.
But at the same time, it was so much more like as you get older, not as a little kid,
Yeah.
but if you like in Europe, especially, and friends that I have there, like they have black friends and they say that word, but the meaning is not that. It's just them fucking with each other. Like we did when we were in like when our generation was like in middle school and you could call your friend that whatever name.
Yeah.
Not because you thought that they were less than, but because that's how you guys like busted each other's balls.
Yeah. And
It seems like here it's
You can't do that.
No.
Here
No.
you can't do that.
No, the
But,
things I hear,
no.
like in UK streams, I'm like,
Nobody's offended.
I'm like, am I going to get arrested for watching this? Because they don't get offended, and that's the thing. I don't know where the disconnect happened, but Brits, especially other people like my friends from Ireland. I have one of the developers from one of our old servers. She was from Ireland, and she used to say some of the most outrageous shit in the world, and I'd be like, "Are you not going to like get canceled for that?" And she was like, "Canceled? What the fuck is canceled?"
Yeah, what is cancelled? Yeah. I think it's changing out there a lot, especially in the UK though, mate. I mean, they was brutal during COVID. I mean, brutal.
Right.
You think it was bad here, people snitching, right? But out there, now they're arresting people for offending people on Facebook. Ask your mate Nick, he'll tell you. They are literally going to people's houses and arresting them over memes. And they said, well, someone's offended.
Because you guys don't have free speech.
Correct. I mean,
Wait, they don't have free speech in the UK?
They don't have the First Amendment. I mean, they have their version of whatever you're allowed to say.
well, you just,
but if you report it, like if the government finds what you said to be
offensive,
outside of the
offensive. Like
Yeah.
if it's a joke about Muslims or something, because there's a lot of Muslim population there, and people find it offensive, and they have arrested people, and they even said that if you post something in America which is offensive and you visit the UK and we know, we will arrest you.
Except I'm not a citizen of the UK. That'd be tough.
I
mean,
that's where they got to. And then once Trump won the election, he pretty much nailed him and said, well, where's your free speech? You're arresting me. He actually said it to the British Prime Minister, So, I mean, different countries are different, but I think it's getting really bad in the UK now for
on a personal level, though?
free speech.
Or is it just on a governmental level?
On a well,
Because I think here it's way worse on a personal everyday. Like everyone here is offended by everything in the entire world.
somebody has to obviously call it.
We've offended 97 people in the last 30 seconds because in America you have to be offended.
Right.
Whereas like in the UK,
it's more of a choice.
Yeah.
well, you're just not. Like
No, I know what you
someone
mean.
really has to try to offend you.
It'd be hard to offend me.
I know. I love
Yeah,
it. I've been trying to offend you for like 15 years.
Yeah,
dude.
but the thing is, I just look at them like, well, what's up with you? You know,
Yeah.
like, but people are, you know, like, what do they call the liberals over here? Yeah, like,
Here or there?
yeah, well, here, like, you know, the crybabies, whatever. There's a lot more crybabies there now than what there used to be, you know?
I think that's just the world
Yes.
anymore,
Yeah.
which sucks. I want to go back. Not like because I want to be able to say racist things, because that's not it at all. Like that's not.
I think that's all you want to say.
No, God, no. Because it's. But I want to be able to live in a world where my friends can call me names because they're
Just
making
funny.
fun of me.
It's just funny.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
most of it was, making fun.
Yeah, I want to live in a land where people can make fun of each other, and it's not everything's not a hate crime, because not everything is a hate crime. Like not everything is that.
When the first year me and Jess went back after we got married, it was like a honeymoon. No, I think it was the second time we went back. And we popped around my mate's house, smoked a joint with him, and he goes, "Hey, Rob, you're leaving tomorrow. I've got a gift for you." He goes, "You'll love it," right? Pulls this shirt out. It's got a Lucky Strike cigarette logo on it. It says, "Lucky Cunt." And I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome, mate. That's an American cigarette. I'm going to go back wearing that, you know. Whoa.
You can't say that word here.
No, I wore that here. Like, first of all, I was at the bar and some chick goes, "Hey, I'll swap that shirt with you." And I'm like, "Oh, it ain't that bad," you know. And then I had to go to Walgreens to get some smokes, and I'm standing in line and all these women are staring at me. And I'm like, what's wrong with them? You know, because I didn't think about that, you know. And yeah, I got some stares for wearing that shirt, and eventually I gave it to my friend.
My favorite word?
Yeah.
They use that word as just damn near term of endearment over there.
Dude, I will tell you flat out. Here, what? I'll get us canceled today just for you.
Oh.
If we could take
for
back,
me.
if we could take back one word in America to use to call people when they're just being an idiot, it would be cunt.
It would be.
100%.
But what if they're your friends? Because they say it to their friends.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. It's not offensive. I'm not
I
calling
see
you
what you're
that in a way.
saying.
I'm
I see what
taking
you're
it
saying.
as being able to weigh. When you're acting like an idiot, I can say, stop being a cunt.
Yeah.
Or, like, say for instance, you're at the pub, there's some idiot there, you don't know him, and he's acting up a little bit, you know. And then you talk to your mates the next day, and you're like, "Hey, remember that bloody cunt the other night?" And everyone's laughing.
Everybody knows who
Maybe
you're talking
they
about.
put bloody in front of it.
Yeah. Wow.
Nobody likes a bloody.
Oh, shit.
And that's the end of our show. But it's things like that why?
Yeah.
Because someone was offended by it.
Yeah. My mate will come up from England, he'll be like, "Oh, twat, how are you? And
Yeah.
heard from you forever." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, good." You know?
Didn't mean anything.
Didn't mean anything.
And my big problem in America today is just because you are offended does not mean that what I said was truly offensive.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the fact that everybody's offended by it.
No, everybody has to find a way to be offended.
Yeah, but if I call one of me mates a twat who's American, he's not going to be offended.
No, it's not your buddy that you're talking to. It's the blue-haired fucking bangs so short it looks like a spike across the top of her fucking forehead that heard you call your buddy a twat.
Right.
That is now that she's offended. It was not directed at her. It had nothing to do. She just happened to be within sonar range, and now you are the biggest piece of shit who's ever lived.
For saying
and
that
Cheers
word.
needs to be closed down because they use. You would not believe the
They're
offensive
racist.
language.
Over there.
And yet they'd
Yeah.
accept using the N-word.
But it's the whole thing of just because you want to be offended by it doesn't mean it's offensive.
No.
But if
If I say something and you go, that offends me, and I would go, that sucks.
But if enough people have the same mind, like
I think
that,
a lot of people do have the same mind.
then it's going to be more and more.
But nobody wants to be the one to stand up and go,
That's not offensive.
just because listen, just because everything offends you means that you need to go deal with some shit.
Yeah.
The rest of us don't
Well,
care.
it offends me when you block my camera.
Like that?
Yeah.
Well, there's certain people you can talk with like
No,
that.
you should be able to talk however you want
Yeah, but
to
I
talk.
wouldn't call Miss Penny a twat.
You might.
No.
You might.
No, I have
And
too
she
much-
would laugh. She would laugh the entire time. And that's not the thing. It's not.
That's out of
you have to
respect
pick and
for
choose.
her. No, that's out of respect.
You know
for
what I
her.
mean, though.
Yeah,
If you did call her, she would laugh.
probably. Yeah.
But you wouldn't. We know that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The point I'm making is that as a society, we just need to take back the ability to just tell someone too bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you're offended by me, that's a you problem.
Not a me problem.
Don't come near me.
That's a you problem. And you probably need to go adjust your chakras or like charge your butthole in the moon or whatever the fuck you guys do. But not everything is offensive. And just because you decided that thing is offensive doesn't mean that the rest of us have to change.
The Nazi messaged me, Jeff, the sound guy.
Oh.
No, he's not listening. He sent me something on Marketplace.
I know nothing about anything he just said. To be honest with you, that word, Nazi, is one of the words I'm most scared of right now. Because it's like what is thrown out there to cancel people. You're immediately you're either someone who is disrespectful in a physical way to women or a Nazi. Like that's the things people will put out about you.
That word does not
just
bother me. If someone called me that.
Right. No, I'm saying, but like
What-
that's the two things that people right now use. Like they'll go on social media and use those two types of things because if they said it, it's true. If they said it, then all these other people now are like, oh, he is.
Yeah, most times.
He is.
Right, yeah. Well, I think I was, and I don't get offended very often, but I think I was more hurt during Trump's first election when everyone, or when he won, and everyone was calling everybody racist. And they're like, you're a racist.
That's the same thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
It all falls into the same envelope.
Like, you're a racist. And I'm
How am I
scratching
racist?
I'm scratching my head. I'm like, well, I know what a racist is.
Right, I understand the definition.
Position, so I'm not that. Yes, you are. You support that person. And I'm like, did they change the meaning of racism? I mean, did I miss something? You know? And that was their argument. That they call you that. And like you say, they're probably more than likely like that.
If they can label you.
Like that dude did on the post about the sound guy.
If you can label him, and if you can get enough of your cronies to jump on board, and then they start spiraling this information out there, is it true information? No, it's misinformation.
No, but it started from government officials using them words and throwing it out there as if it didn't mean anything.
It comes from people weaponizing things to take other people down when they don't agree with how the other person acts.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. Like, I don't agree with you, so now I'm going to use all of these things where I cover Mike's camera, where I'm going to use
Just
all
like
of these.
that.
I'm going to use all of these words as weapons to make it look like Rob is the devil.
Yeah.
Rob, you guys don't go to at Cheers. Do you know he hires Nazi sound guys?
Yeah.
Don't clip that. But if I say it and then he reposts it,
Yeah.
and then 4 other people post it, and then it's getting sent to you, and now you're feeling like you have to defend yourself in some way because it wasn't just one comment. Now you've seen it 5 times. And if you've seen it 5 times,
Must be true.
what do you think the amplified reach of that is?
Right.
Yeah.
Now you are a guy who does,
Yeah.
because they weaponize things. And it's not, I'm not like
That's
people-
really the only way they start to win.
right. And this is the thing.
You know,
where
they start to win like that.
people are going to, I'm using examples, and it could go either way, but this is where people are going to be like, see, they're a bunch of MAGA, blah, blah, this, that. And it's not that. It's anybody who uses weaponized words that are not true to hurt somebody else, either hurt their the opinion that people have of them, hurt their business, or take them down so they no longer can have a voice or an opinion from either side. I don't care which side it is. I don't care which side is hurling the hateful word or the buzzword that can kill someone's career. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
You're going back to cancelling again, aren't you? You know, I mean,
Yeah, you're canceling someone because you didn't like. They probably what they probably did. That person probably was at a show, went up to the sound booth, and they didn't like the mix that they were hearing, and so they were like, "Well, my boyfriend is the second guitar player, and I can't hear him in the mix. If you don't turn him up," and Jeff probably went, "No, the sound is great, the mix is good. I've walked through the room, blah 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 blah." That person then goes home and goes, "That guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's like a Nazi."
And everybody wants to write a
in
review.
your face when you say it. Yeah.
Well,
But
and
you know what I
everybody,
mean?
everybody
Yeah.
wants to write a review. I hate that too.
I love reviews. I
mean,
mean,
if you-
I like to get nice ones, but if you get a 1 or a 2 or 3's all right. You know, you want
Threes are hard to argue with.
Yeah, like
Why?
Threes are hard to argue with
It
because
is.
they're like you're probably like,
So they're giving.
fuck, they're telling you the truth.
Three's more what?
Three's
the
a
truth?
1.
Though three's more of a truth. Like, hey,
Three's the truth. Like if someone who's willing to give you a 3 out of 5 goes on Google and gives you a 3 out of 5,
you can't argue.
they're also going to back it up with a paragraph of exactly no, but not like Karen shit. Usually a 3 are things that happened, that truly happened, that they were like, man, I really wanted to like this place, but there were a couple of things that really drug
See,
it
that's
down.
okay. But when you have a
Yeah, but a 3, you're like, God, I want to work, I can't.
yeah, but it's the people that I'm saying that I hate reviews is like that's the first thing they do off of like one experience, or they do that off of just like because something threw them off.
Right.
That's just
I see what you
see what I'm
mean,
saying.
yeah.
Like I get it. If
Well,
you-
because they only review things negatively.
yeah, like if you go in there-
99% of the people are only going to review something
yeah.
because they didn't get their way, and usually
Well,
the 1-star negative reviews are not normally about an exact experience. They're about not being placated. They're about the business not bending over backwards and bending the rules and going out of their way. Or they're mad at somebody that works there.
Or, say, for instance, they're used to eating at the chop house.
Pull that mic up just a
Yeah,
second.
sorry. Say they're used to eating at places like the chop house or drinking at real posh places, and they happen to be in the area. Oh, there's a bar there. I'll pop in.
Oh, they're comparing the Chop House.
Yeah, well,
They're not comparing apples to
saying
apples. It's apples to oranges.
It's apples to oranges, and it's
Yeah, but that review is whatever.
yeah, but they don't say it.
Right. They're like, oh, the food is
No,
questionable and blah, blah, blah.
Shit, this ain't my style. Well, you either love it or you hate it. I mean,
Right.
Cheers is a dive bar.
I didn't
you
didn't
know?
ask everybody to come here and
Yeah.
feel like
See,
this is their fine dining.
I never give a bad review because I look at it as that's my experience. My experience isn't going to be your experience.
I only
I
review
never-
places in a positive, like that I have a positive interaction with.
Yeah. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't
That's
give
the
a bad
only
one
that's
because
the only time I interact.
you know.
Well, that's not true. On occasion, I will give a 3 if I'm like, hey man, I dig you guys. I really do.
I'm trying.
I'm with you here. Like I'm not going to give you a 1 and try to just crater your score. I'm giving you this 3 because I want to partner with you to do better.
Yeah.
Not 1. Why? Rob didn't say hi when I walked in.
Oh gosh.
I gave a 1 once,
Yeah.
and it was well deserved because another business owner gave me a 1.
Oh, they helped you.
Yes, they helped me. So, and
He said, "Screw it, I'm paying you back."
no, but the dude actually writ why he gave me a 1-star review. So he put, what a stupid place to put a memorial in a bar. I sat where the memorial was, and the owner kicked me out.
For Hayden's memorial?
Yes. Right. So it was that busy in there. There was no seat. So he pushed all the pictures away and sat on that shelf right there near the sound booth. And I was talking to the cocktail waitress, and I turned around. I had to do a double take. So I went up to him. I said, "Hey, man, can't be sitting
Really
there.
bad form, bro.
Yeah, but like this.
Right.
You can't be sitting there, mate. That's a memorial.
Right.
And you got to get up."
Pretty disrespectful, sir.
And he goes, "Who the fuck would put a memorial here? What a stupid place to put a memorial."
In the bar, he said this.
Yeah, it's to me.
Yeah.
Right? So I turned round and I'm like, did that dude just say that? And I haven't even told him I'm the owner and that's my son's memorial. I haven't even got that far.
He just jumped the...
So I was polite. I was really polite. So then I'm mad now. So I turned round and I said, "Sir, I am the owner of the bar. That is my son's memorial. And you need to fucking get off it now." "Oh, you're the owner?" I don't know what company it was. It was a sound company down on Alameda.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's called, something like that. He goes,
allegedly, because we don't know the name for sure.
I've been there and bought some.
I know, but we can't, if it's the wrong name, when we say it.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, he gave me his business card and said, "Oh, I've been wanting to talk to you." And that card went across the pack room. Mm-hmm. I grabbed him and I ran his ass out that door, both doors open. And I said, "No fucking come back." And then he went 1 star and actually put why. Yes, he put.
You didn't even have to reply, huh?
Oh,
that's too easy. I would
just
like the. I would like the 1 star.
I think I did reply. Like, you idiot.
I would have liked it. I would have thumbs up his review.
So then I went on there and actually writ a little bit more than he did. I said, he left me a 1-star review. I'm the owner of that Cheers, and went into everything, what happened, and that's why you're getting more 1 stars. Crazy man.
Mike knows this. I live on the Nextdoor app.
If Trevor could be arrested for making people mad, he would be in jail still.
Dude, that's easy pickings.
It is the best thing. If you're ever bored, just go on your neighborhood's Nextdoor app. I will just scroll through and I make the snarkiest comments on just about. I mean, now it's one thing if someone's like, "Hey, I'm looking for a handyman in the neighborhood." Okay, great.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's when it's just like
a complaint,
or when people use it as like their daily journal.
Have you ever seen one of my posts on there?
You?
Yeah.
You post on Nextdoor?
Oh, I have done, yeah.
Oh, Karen.
No, it's genuine, dude. Like, I live at the back of a park. My house backs onto a park, right? I don't give a shit if your dog's off the leash. It says your dog should be on a leash.
Right.
I don't give a shit. But why do you have to walk your dogs at the back of my house knowing that my 2 dogs are on the other side and your 2 dogs are going to come up and they're going to go like this? And it's not because my dogs are vicious. They're the sweetest things ever, but that's their property, right? And I get this about 7 times a day. Literally.
Okay, 7 times.
7 times a day, right? So when they bring them in the morning, they bring them back in the afternoon. Especially the woman with the 2 Dobermans. She's on my radar. So
he's with Jason Statham right there.
No, honestly, it's a bad thing because one day I went down there, and my dogs are gone, and either a big dog pushed through the fence or the owner kicked it.
Oh.
Shut the fuck up, dogs, you know? So they got telephone numbers on the thing, and this dude calls and goes, "Hey, I got your 2 dogs here. I see them running across the park like they're vicious dogs, And he took them home with him. So we went and picked them up. But I have posted about that and be like...
Wait, I'm going to look for his...
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna know it's Trevor right away.
Oh yeah.
You're like, he's gonna call you a shut up, bloody.
Yeah. I think I went to say something once.
I'm going to go
there.
shots across the bow on Rob.
Yeah, I think I went to say something on there, and they said it was inappropriate, and I'm like, oh, that wasn't
See, you
even-
offended somebody.
But I think it's in their word search thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's banned words.
Banned words, yeah. And it
Yeah.
said, "Oh, can you change the wording on it?" And I'm like,
YouTube actually puts banned words in automatically
Really?
in your comment section. I go through the back end and I remove them all.
So they can say them?
Yeah.
So
What's free speech if I tell
No, I know,
if I
but-
ban these words?
So wait, so if you say whatever the word is bad or that's bad to them, they'll just automatically delete the thing or
it won't post,
oh.
or it'll go to your held comments, and you'll get a notice that says this comment contains words that are in your ban list or whatever.
Yeah.
Then now there's some that YouTube just has a hard ban on.
Yeah.
the C word.
I hope not.
No, because we said it a lot today.
No, I mean in comment. Like if you type it, there's some because I've removed all of the.
But
of
there's
the
some that are
keywords.
just a no-go.
Some of them still end up on the held comments, and I just approve them all. I mean, the more they talk shit about me, the faster I approve it.
I called someone a twat on Facebook once, and it said, "People cannot see your comment because it's offensive." And I'm like, "What?"
Yeah,
And I meant it like, "Hey twat, how are you doing?" Like
but that's the
that.
thing. Just because you're offended doesn't mean it's offensive.
Right.
That's how. I mean, this is how it
Yeah.
goes.
So what name do you go under on
Billy,
Billy?
you'll know soon enough.
Oh, I'm gonna. I don't really go on there that much now.
Oh.
But I had to mention that because I could reach the
truth.
neighbours and
Right.
say, "Hey, stop letting your dogs
Push up on my fence. to
push
piss
up
off
on
the-
my
yeah.
fence and piss off all the dogs." And some woman goes, "Well, even if they were on leash, they'd bark anyway." I said, "There's a different dog, but there's a different bark my dog makes when there's a dog the other side of the fence in his face."
Right.
So just walking past across the field on a
Your
leash.
dog might give a woof to let you
Yeah.
know there's someone over
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
As opposed to
So-
there's someone
Getting 'em
inside
riled
of
up.
our
yeah,
property.
Yeah. And I said that, I said, "You're right. They probably will still,
See, I'll just take Vinny and walk her off leash at the same time those people walk their dogs off leash, and they'll change their mind.
bring her over.
Oh,
Let me know. I'll lock my dogs up."
Vinny will tell them. She looks like a wolf, dude, and she's a fully trained canine. So she does bite work, scent work. She does, and if you fire off a couple of words at her, she will. She'll make sure that there's
Hey,
no.
I don't complain about nothing, but this is like,
That's his line in the sand.
That's it.
that's it. Yeah, it's like,
He's like, jerk off on the bike path all you want, but you keep those damn dogs on a leash.
I even had a homeless guy camp out at the back of my house in the park, and he'd been there a couple of nights. I didn't call him in. I just
No, he kept throwing fucking ribs at him.
No, I just
Eating
told
just
him,
a bone.
"Hey man, you can't be there. I've got a granddaughter. She plays in the pool here.
Right.
Move on.
Kick rocks.
Yep, go. But I don't complain about it.
Yeah.
But this, it's like, I think I'm more mad because they're stupid because they don't. They know it's a problem with all the dogs.
They don't see themselves as the problem ever.
Because even one guy sort of commented, he goes, "You would have thought owners thought this was a problem." I was like,
People who do things like that unchecked never see their actions as a problem.
No.
right.
That's the
No.
problem. You think that this person knows that they're doing wrong. If the roles were reversed, they would know that you were doing something wrong.
I've got the bad dog who barks because he's on his
No.
property,
If you were the guy walking your dogs
yeah.
behind his fence and his dogs,
Yeah.
you would be the asshole. But the rest of the world needs to understand that I'm just walking my dogs.
Yeah. And there's and I know this because the Parks and Rec told me there's 19 signs in that park telling you that it's illegal in the
He's
city.
got a
of
dossier
Thor-
going.
No, honestly, I messaged the park people and said, "Hey, this is, hey mate, I've been here so long, I've never complained, but it's becoming more of a problem since new people have moved in the area that we're having more dogs off the leash. I don't care about that.
He's got a notebook. He goes out there.
No, I've got a mind, mate.
Tuesday the 17th, you did this too.
So then...
I can't wait to go on next door.
Yeah. So then he sends back. I said, look, can you put more signs up, near my property,
Mm-hmm.
He said, sir, sorry, there's nothing we can do. We can't enforce it if my workers see it. We're not allowed to approach the residents or anything. He goes, but I will tell you, there is 19 signs around that park stating this. In other words, what we're talking about is people are stupid and feel entitled.
It's
They
entitled.
don't even know how to read.
No,
Yeah.
that's for other people.
Yeah.
Oh, to read. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not for me and my dogs.
What if you just turn the sprinklers on?
Turn the hose on.
Just turn the hose on.
Turn the hose on the dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're on
Your
public
dogs aren't
property.
listening, so you're in your backyard. You're in your backyard.
My bad. I lost control. Fucking
Hose gets away from me sometimes.
I wish I had the control to the ones in the park and I could turn that on.
No, I would
They're
build,
like cannons.
I would build like a little 3-step platform so I could just see over the fence, and it would be on stream, not on mist. And when the guy got mad, I'd be like, "Sorry, I was walking my water off leash."
I suppose I could stand there and when the dogs come up and bark, I could spray them.
Spray the owner.
Yeah, but they're already walking away.
You know they're coming.
No, they don't walk with their dogs. They let them run. So
They
the
just
dog-
walk down this way and the dogs are off this way.
Yeah.
Right, but the dogs get there first.
And then the owner walks past in the middle of the field.
Well,
Did
get
I-
a high pressure hose.
All right. That's a fire truck, man.
I have an airsoft rifle.
Dude, are you trying to get me arrested? Oh,
Hey.
I'm not allowed to say dude. Mate, are you trying to get me arrested?
You can't say dude because then you're assuming my gender.
Okay, mate.
Ouch. So we had somebody go
What's
into
a
the,
mate? Yeah.
we got somebody go into the restaurant last Wednesday.
Mhm.
Transgender.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Whatever. I don't care. The waiter that I was working with, because I was working the bar, the waiter comes in and he's always full of energy. Always asks everybody, how long you been going by that name? And the transgender person says, hey, I'm such and such. And he says, oh, I'm such and such. And then he's like, hey, how long you been going by that name? Oh, that lost their shit.
That's probably an actual honest question, though,
I mean,
for a transgendered person.
well, it is, but
It's not like he tried to call them.
he's like, yeah,
A dead
I'm
name
Gaston.
or-
What's your name? Such and such. Hey, how long you been going by that name? Oops.
Was he saying that he had 5 o'clock shadow? He's like, the hormones haven't worked all the way.
He's like, I didn't even think about that.
I don't even want to get into that today.
I can't wait to go on next door now and find old Billy on there.
Oh, you wait. I've screenshotted a few of them and put them up. And the thing is, like, is it necessary for me to make the comment? Nope. Am I helping the situation? Nope.
Mm-mm. Yeah, kinda. You're kind of helping it.
I mean, in my mind. But is it free entertainment?
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do that on Facebook
The fact
sometimes.
that they're going to get mad and think that they're going to argue with me and I'm going to get mad is insane. And I'll just go, yeah, I mean, I've been on a microphone for a long time. I can hit you with one-liners all day long. And so I'll go like 3 or 4 deep with them, and then they start to get really mad and it turns into paragraphs.
And then they get more people helping them.
Well, I don't even care about that part. I just, as soon as they start going to paragraphs, that's when I hit them with, hey man, I love the energy. Keep it up because I can do this shit all day. And then I'll hit them with their grammatical error in the middle of their post. By the way, it's there. Because you know when people get mad, they always mess up something. In a post.
Everything.
And they're probably just fine. They're probably good people, and they're probably. But it's just so funny when they get so mad, and then they always
It's
make
just,
it, they always make
how
it
do they
spelling.
get, it's too easy to make them mad.
Dude, if you get so mad on a social media post that I have to scroll to read it,
Oh, forget it.
you got some problems regulating your emotions.
I had some woman turn a bit weird on me once. Well, you can't sell animals on there or live things, you know, like you can.
Or kidneys.
No, or on Facebook. So I had 2 koi and I wanted to sell them. So I posted them on there with a rehoming.
Oh, God,
fee.
I wish I would have seen that post.
With a rehoming fee.
Oh, I would have asked how they tasted breaded.
Wow.
So
Immediate response.
So then this woman goes, "What's wrong with you pet owners wanting a rehoming fee? Why don't you just give them away?" I'm like, both of them koi cost me over $100. I've had them 2 years. I've fed them, right?
Right.
If I could sell it on here, it wouldn't be a rehoming fee. It would be a sale price.
Right.
So I am willing to deliver them to the person for $50 each.
Right.
You know?
Which is a discount.
Yes. And everyone's coming on, like, in my defense, like, you know.
How long did koi live?
The longest one, I think, is 200 years old. But that's got to be kept in the perfect condition.
So you guys were like born the same year?
Dude, if I hadn't have had a shave today, you would have been like...
I wish you hadn't. I like Rough Rob.
Dude,
Rough Rob cracks me up.
I had to have my hair cut.
Yeah.
Just to come on here today. Now, it's my birthday in 2 days or so.
Oh.
The wife threatened to trade me in.
Oh,
I said, "You want a young man? I've got one right here."
I can't wait to make the birthday post for Rob.
Yeah.
It's going to contain every word.
yeah, all of them.
If Facebook won't let you, mate.
Flag it.
I'll find a way. I'll use like spaces between letters.
Either way.
I'll see it and be like, "Trev, you can't spell, mate."
And then I'll spiral. All right. We have pushed
a
little bit too far, but we do have a question.
Okay, what is it? What number?
Oh, shit. We're not going to understand a word he said.
Uh-oh. Who?
Who do you think?
Matthew?
Yeah.
Rob will.
At least one of us. This is completely unvetted, so I have no idea.
I'm going to try and guess what part of England he's from, just by his accent.
All right.
Hey, Trevor, I'm going to go with question 483.
That was it?
Oh.
Weak ass shit.
He's American.
Oh, no, he's not. He's trying to sound American because I make fun of him.
I'm like, he did a good job of that.
He's not.
I want to guess what part of England he's from. That sounds London.
How can it be like, what part of England is he from? We looked up the size of England the other day.
Mate.
It's Colorado.
I know you want to get this done, but hold on. It's 2.5 times Colorado.
No, it's not.
It is. You can fit England, not the UK, but you can fit England in Colorado 2.5 times.
Okay, yes. I thought you were saying like it was 2.5 times bigger than Colorado.
No, it's
no.
No, you can fit England.
I know.
In Colorado 2.5 times.
He talks about having to drive. He's like, "Oh, I've got to drive all the way up north today," and I'm like, "What is it? 50 minutes?"
You drive 30 miles and the accent changes. You drive state to state here and the accent changes there. Literally 30
But you can drive
miles.
12 hours and still be in the same state here.
Yes.
All right. We ready for this question?
What is
sorry.
it? 483.
Yeah. Would you raise your kids the way your parents raised you?
No.
That was quick.
Rob?
Oh, I'm in it as well.
Everybody.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, my mum was pretty strict. She brought me up and me 2 sisters, so I don't know. I mean,
Were you the youngest?
yes. So she made me say please, thank you.
She was strict on the others.
I don't know.
He had 2 older sisters, and he's the baby. He didn't see the same kind of strict they did.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just giving you a
I know, I got the stick round the ass a few times.
better than getting the stick
Yeah.
in the ass.
I was never on time. That was my mum's biggest pet peeve. I'd go fishing, and we'd have to walk probably 2 or 3 miles to get there. And she'd always say,
I am in the south of England.
I was going to
Above
say
London.
south of London, probably somewhere around Essex, Sussex, somewhere around there.
I'm from the south of England.
Because you
Does
said...
that mean he's in another country?
No,
He's south of England.
south of London, yeah.
He said he's from the south
I
of
didn't-
England. That means it's like a country south of England, right?
Probably.
What if I said, I'm from just south of Colorado? You would say, oh, you're from
New Mexico.
What if I say I'm from the south of England? You'd say, oh, so you're still in England? This is the fucking problem. They invented the language and they can't speak it. It's English.
Well, you got
How do you guys fuck up English? Do you want to, would you raise your kids like your parents raised you?
Yes and no. Some ways,
I think your mom did an excellent job.
yes and no. But
Was
Yeah.
you the youngest?
no, I was the oldest.
Just checking,
I
Trevor.
was the oldest.
He got the stick.
Yeah,
And the belt.
everything.
Whatever. Did you guys have the spoon and fork that hung on the wall? The
No,
big
my
wooden
mom
one?
didn't. My mom didn't, but my grandmother did.
If you didn't get hit with that, you haven't really been hit with shit.
I don't know. That stick really left her good. And
No.
Good one on you.
yeah, she couldn't send me to school.
Back in the day, I don't know where the decoration came from. There used to be like a
Too
wooden fork and spoon that would hang on the wall in the kitchen, not for use, for decoration,
But it
but
was
also
a weapon.
just to beat the shit out
It
of
was
your
also
kids
for
with.
use,
Yeah.
but just not for cooking.
I've heard of it, but not been there.
No,
Well, how
that-
could you have not been there?
No. Good job, mate.
How could you have not? Dude, the whole country.
It's 10 square feet.
Like if this is South North East Hampton, if you go into the living room, you're in London. If you go upstairs,
Yeah. Where are you at?
in the ocean.
I think
There's east of England,
that's called, no, west of England.
west of England.
It's called Wales. That's another country.
But there's also on the map west of England.
Yeah.
Oh.
West Midlands.
West of England is not England.
What is it?
West of England. All right.
All right. Time to wrap it up.
Thanks for having me on.
Anything
here. That was
else?
fun.
Not for me. No.
Mike's going to be out of
Gone.
town. Not so you leave tomorrow.
Leave tomorrow. No, I leave Thursday. Come back Friday.
Come back Friday.
So we'll be here Saturday. Leave
Boom.
Sunday.
Leave Sunday, and then you're gone for
10 days.
10 days. Mike's going to Italy.
Ooh.
Italy for 10
Lucky
days.
burger.
So,
So 10 days, no Mike.
yep.
Okay.
But there will be a mic.
On the mic?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to go to Venice and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a graduation present for his daughter.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They're going on like the real Italian vacation.
Yeah, we're
Very nice.
gonna go check it out.
Are you gonna push the boat?
If they let me.
Make sure you get some pictures.
Dude, if you do it, if you get them to let you push the boat and it's on video,
Okay.
I will give you a
What?
Trevor has to.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna
If you get it on video, then you get to stand up on the gondola and push the boat.
push the boat.
Yeah.
All right.
Then
I'm
when you
gonna
get
ask.
back, you can pick. Trevor
Okay.
has to.
Trevor.
I'll
All right. I'm
Now-
gonna do. Hey, because
I mean, there's some line.
I was already gonna try to do that because why? I don't want to just sit on the boat.
There's some lines though, like I'm not going to a glory hole.
Dang it! All right, I'll think of something else.
They have to be K Miller approved.
Okay. Oh shit!
All right. Well,
All
with
right.
that,
Thanks, Rob, for coming on.
I only have like
worries.
17 other things on my list.
We never got to.
Of course not, because you guys go on tangents.
Oh, you kept switching.
See you guys. Bye.